Hello, everybody. This will be the another video for insertion of edge for our graph using adjacency matrix. Excuse me. So in this particular example class, I'll begin to illustrate how can we insert this edge, J to H to J to I, or I to J, with respect to that kind of criteria that we were able to set. So how can we work on with the insertion? Let me just go ahead and copy this graph because in your cases you have to draw a new graph. So by creating the new graph, and we will begin to insert just the line. So what will be the line that will begin to insert? That is J to H. So J to H is actually like this. Then that is having the the number of 100. And then I to J also, that is actually number of 64. So how can you what will you do afterwards, since you have been able to insert that one? Since we're utilizing the um this particular adjacency matrix, and this is the adjacency matrix earlier, what you will need to do, you have to copy the same adjacency matrix, and after that we have to update those zero earlier. What is the zero? I to J is actually J to H is actually zero earlier. J to H, this one. No, 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 that is for I. J to H, let me just check. J to H, which will be J to H, why there will be 16. Oh, H to J, 16. Okay. That's this we do have another, that is, there is already a path accordingly for that operation. So what we can do, get, let me just go ahead and change this into L, H to L instead. Sorry. So that we will not have any confusion, okay? But it's possible if we are using multi-graph. But since we're not calculating multi-graph, so we will not work on that. Okay, so let me just go ahead and change this. So it's not J to H. It must be L to H. Okay, so L to H will be this one. And then the number will be 100. Okay, 100. So therefore, what will gonna happen in your cases earlier, wherein your H to L, H to L, L to H is 0, this one, L to H, and H to L, H to L, this one here. And that is 0 earlier. So we have to work on with regards to identifying the number. So let's go ahead and check here. Um, let's go ahead and work on pertains to um this operation, I to J. I to J is actually I to J, then J to I. So what will gonna happen? You have to update those thing into the number. So H to L. H to L is actually 100 and 100. Then H to J, I to J is 64 and 64 here then. So that's actually how it worked. So those are the updates that you will begin to walk through our workout. So that is really basic, since you just have to make sure to just identify the operations, particularly in your um particularly in this kind of data that you are trying to work on, this graph, I mean. So thank you so much, by the way. Then let's actually run, I will begin to run through with different data, and let's work with vertex deletion and edge deletion also, since we're done with the insertion. So this is how you will work out also if for insertion of directed, there will be a cases like a direction L to H alone. So for directed graph, that's how it will gonna work. But I'll begin to run through so that for for those students who were not able to understand yet the operations for the insertion of vertex in terms of directed graph, I'll begin to also create another set of illustrations in your behalf. Okay, thank you, and see you in the next video.